Ben has unlocked the secrets of understanding how our minds control our business and daily lives. Inside each episode, Ben shares his proven, actionable items, tips, and secrets to managing the supercomputer between your ears so you can build and develop your business and start living the life you desire and deserve. This is Practical Psychology for Business with Benjamin Halpern.
I just had the honor and privilege to present at the amazing conference Csb Envision 8, along with such amazing presenters and participants. And one of the things that I did there was a workshop to help people with peak performance, stress management, and all the good stuff that I present, work-life balance, and so on. And in my presentation, which started out with a few people and started filling up until the room was packed and people were standing and listening, and I ran out of handouts. Literally, it was so enjoyable for myself and the participants that the people that ran the conference came running in and said, "That's it, it's over, you guys are way over, we got to finish." And people were like saying, a little bit. But it was great, it was amazing. I'm happy that I was able to serve in this way. But I'd like to share with you a question that was presented to me. One person presented to me and asked, "Let me ask you a question. We're discussing these great ideas and we're discussing leadership, and you're extremely practical. Help me in a practical way. How do I lead a customer to move forward, sign the proposal, sign the contract, sign the application, so I can move ahead and make this money?" In other words, I know it's good for him, we talked about it, but I need to be able to lead him to follow through actually and sign the dotted line. How do I accomplish that? And I explained to him a very, very important concept that we need to understand in leadership. So I said, I'm not speaking to you directly, but I'm speaking to everybody and trying to make a point. I said, if you go to an event and there's some delicious cake or something else that you know is not good for you on the table, could you lead yourself not to eat that piece of cake? And of course the answer is no. Then I said, you should go to the gym every single day and work out, and it's going to be very, very healthy for you. Could you lead yourself to do that? In order to be successful, you should probably belong to the 5 a.m. club. Well, get up earlier than you're getting up. Could you get yourself to do that? And the answer is no. So you're not much of a leader. You see, leadership is a skill. If we know how to lead our own minds and we know how to influence ourselves, we then have the power to lead and influence other people. So in essence, the power of influence lays in our ability to practice. The way to get good at it is doing it to ourselves. The reason why most successful people belong to the 5 a.m. club is because they're leaders. They decide when they get out of bed. They decide when they go to sleep. They can control themselves not to get distracted much during the day and stay focused on their game. They're leaders. If you know them, and I have studied many of them, generally, across the board, they have leadership personalities, but they first were leaders on themselves. They got themselves to live by their values. They got themselves to do. I'm not saying in every single area of their life. There are parts of their life where they fail. But there are substantial areas in their life where they made progress with leadership, where they're the boss, where they decide what their body is going to do, and their body follows through and cooperates with them. So if they decide they're going to do something, they do it. If they decide there's a certain behavior or a certain process or a certain routine they want to put in their lives, they make it happen. They lead themselves. They have the power to influence their own minds. When you have that power, sales is somewhat a process of like Bluetoothing over what you know to somebody else. You clearly understand why that person is going to benefit from buying your product or service. You need to be able to now Bluetooth it over to them to feel it with the same conviction, the same understanding, the same, strong feelings and desire. And, what's going on in your mind, to be able to feed it over to them so they should act the way you understand clearly. And we're talking about now, you're an honest salesperson and you really believe and really understand what a good idea it's for them to buy the product. But you can't get them to do it. And the reason is very simply because if you yourself don't have the power, you want to get them to write a $10,000 check when you can't get yourself to not eat a piece of cake. You want to get them to buy and sign up for a service that's possibly tens of thousands of dollars, and you can't get yourself to follow through and go to the gym in the morning. Well, learn how to manage your own mind. Get more focused on following through on your own commitments. Get more focused on following through on your own values. Live by your values. Influence yourself. Control yourself. Run your own mind. Manage your own destiny. It'll be a piece of pie, a walk in the park to be able to help other people follow through because you know how to do it. And along with the message, you give them the skills and the power to do it and to follow through. So now when you own it, you can then Bluetooth it over to them, and they're going to, in addition to getting your message, get the leadership skills that they need to do to buy, follow through, take the action you know is good for them, and make a win-win situation. They're getting what they need, and you're getting what you need, which is what business is all about. So thanks for listening to this podcast. If you want more information about what I can do for you one-on-one or to your group, check out my website, liveyourdeservelife.com. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the next episode.